What is up, everyone? Welcome to It's Been a Week. I'm your host, Ben McDonald, and this is your weekly dose of whatever the hell just happened. Welcome to It's Been a Week. I'm joined today by AJ Sarcione at the beginning of the episode.
Hello.
Versus Been There, Done That after show, because why the fuck not? My fucking podcast, do whatever the hell I want.
I'm coming back for Been There, Done That, though.
We are?
I think so. Why not?
Okay. I needed you here today because there is something I think I would consider a global epidemic that we need to talk about.
Okay.
People's lack of self-awareness.
Yeah.
I think it is a fucking ongoing issue that is continuing to get worse and worse.
Okay, tell me why.
Every day I'm experiencing people and they have zero self-awareness. For instance, today I was going to the store and I'm sitting there and the parking lot's full. There's tons of people.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lady walking out. She sees me looking for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I see her. I put my blinker on to alert everyone else. I'm taking this fucking spot.
Uh-huh.
This bitch gets into her little Kia Sorento.
Okay.
And sits and starts the car.
Okay.
Knows I'm waiting there and sits there for 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Bitch, you know I need that spot. You saw me put the blinker on. You saw that I'm trying to get in there. Like, move your ass.
You didn't sit there for 7 to 10 minutes.
Well, regardless of the exact time, move your fucking ass. When you see that someone else wants the spot, like, hustle it along. Like, what are you doing? Checking your fucking Facebook? I don't know. Pull out and get on your phone like a normal person.
Yeah, as you're driving, like you.
Yeah.
I mean, you live on your phone, so you're on it all the time. So it's like, why would you need to sit there and check it, right?
Yeah, you don't need to sit still and take up the spot. Like, fucking move it along.
Uh-huh. Okay. So she has, maybe that's not self-awareness. That would be relationship awareness. So
or she's just fucking stupid.
No, like in emotional intelligence, that would be a relationship awareness.
Okay, well, let me give you another example.
Okay.
We're about to get a cold spell here in Texas.
Yeah.
Again, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason in Texas, whenever it gets fucking cold, everyone loses their fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got to go to the grocery store. They stock up on bread like we're pilgrims. And they have to go...
Pilgrims?
Yeah, they got to like get all their things. They go stock up on gas.
I feel like they made bread back then.
Whatever. The fucking peasants need their bread. So, and then the other thing is people, they stock up on like firewood. Like, they think the world's coming to an end because it's going to get cold. It's like, calm down, people. It's going to get to 30 fucking degrees. You're going to be okay.
Right.
So when this happens, people also tend to go to the gas stations and they got to get their diesel and their kerosene and all their shit.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the gas station, not because I'm scared of the 30-degree weather.
Because you had no fuel.
Because I had no fuel.
Okay. It seems to be common when you bring the cars home.
Yes. So I'm driving. I was like, I'm going to go to Walmart because Walmart has the cheapest gas. And so I pull in and which fun fact, I just recently learned that the price of gas changes from gas station to gas station.
Yeah, I'm very well aware. It's not that recent because you learned it when we met because you kept going to this gas station that was near our house. And I was like, why do you go to that gas station? And you're like, because it's right near our house. I'm like, I get that it's right near our house, but you do realize that it's like $2 more a gallon or something crazy and significant of that. And you're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, that gas station that's on the corner of La Cienega and Beverly or Melrose or whatever it was, I think Beverly, the gas is always more expensive because of the location. You're like, no, gas costs the same everywhere you go. And I was like, it absolutely does not. And that's why people drive further to go to gas stations where it's cheaper. Why don't you tell everyone why you thought gas was the same price everywhere you go?
Listen, I did. I thought like it doesn't matter where you go. Like gas is gas. Like that's the price. So I was like, you just go to whatever fucking one. It's all the same.
Yeah, but
it's like going to get a Diet Coke. I thought a Diet Coke is like it's going to be the same price no matter where the fuck you go. But in my defense, when I grew up, we had a gas pump at our house. So we would like fill up our gas. So I wasn't used to going when I was growing up. I mean, I was because my stepdad was a fucker and would like get mad at me. He'd let everyone else in the family fill up with gas except for me. But we would just go. We were at the house. We would just fill up with gas. Like it was no big deal. So like I wasn't taught properly to go to the correct gas station.
Okay, so now that we've determined that gas costs different prices at different gas stations, and you know that, back to you're at the gas station.
So I've learned that lesson, and I'm
Okay.
implementing my new skills
Okay.
of let's go to where the gas is cheaper.
Okay, so you go to Walmart.
So I go to Walmart.
Okay.
Again, not because of the cold weather, but just because I fucking need gas. So
Yeah.
I get there, all the lanes are full.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. So I see this one lady, and the pump is not into her vehicle. Her car is started. And I'm like, okay, so she's getting ready to leave, clearly. So I pull up behind her. I'm sitting there.
Waiting.
I'm sitting there.
Waiting a bit more.
And finally, I'm like, okay, like, and I kind of like, I'm like peeking through, you know, whatever this fucking sedan was. And I'm like trying to like see in, like, I'm like, what's going on? And she's on her phone. So I'm like, oh, no. So I fucking lay on my horn. Like, hello, move. And doesn't phase her. Doesn't flinch, doesn't move, not a thing. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, this has got to be a joke. So then she gets out of her car. And I'm thinking, oh, she's coming over here and we're going to have some fucking words. And I was like, you know what? I'm ready for a brawl. Bring it on, bitch. And she walks over. I roll my window down and I go, excuse me. And she goes, yes. I go, are you getting gas? And she goes, no. I go, well, then could you fucking move? I go, do you not see that every lane here is full? I said, everyone is trying to get fuel. And you're just parked here in the fucking, right next to the, what do you call it? The bay? The station? Whatever the fuck it is.
The pump?
The pump? Yeah. She just parked there. And she goes, oh, well, I got to go inside and pay for it. I was like, what the fuck? I am not dealing with a Christmas tree with all the bulbs lit. Like, what the fuck? So then,
Not lit.
This is what I just say.
No, they're lit.
No, I said I'm not dealing with a Christmas tree with all the bulbs lit. Like they're not all lit.
With not all the bulbs lit. Oh, okay.
You know, I'm not dealing with a full deck of cards here.
Yeah.
So she goes into the gas station, and the guy next to her leaves. So I go in there, I fill up. I leave before she's even out of the gas station.
Okay.
Again, the lack of self-awareness with people, it's unfucking believable.
Okay, awareness. I'll give you awareness. It's relationship awareness because they're self-aware. And frankly, she probably just doesn't give a shit, just like the other lady didn't. And that's a level of self-awareness of being like, I don't give a shit and I'm going to sit here and do what I want. You can go find another spot. But relationship awareness, they're obviously not that concerned of other people. Regardless, awareness is important. And with my work for a moment, one of the things that I say is one of the first awarenesses you have to find is that vision is found in the heart. And the reality of all that is that in the heart of these people, they don't give a fuck. They clearly don't. They don't care. And that's a shame. And back to your epidemic.
They got an ugly heart and an ugly face. And that's the problem.
Well, beauty comes from within. So maybe that's why you see them that way. But that is an epidemic. And it is a problem right now because I do think the more that we watch what's happening in the world, the way that people are speaking to each other, there's such less care inside of conversation or inside of those moments. And even if, you know, they perhaps were doing something else, just back to you, and I'm sure you were polite and lovely and such a darling with these people, but it just starts to drive all kinds of incoherence. And so by their action, you get heated, and then that's why people start to get in fights, and it's a shame. And so people should have more awareness, whether that's self or relationship or whatever, and recognize that in their hearts, we need to give more for each other. Otherwise, we're all just going to tear each other down. So the next time you come out of a store, get in your car and either
move your fucking ass
or politely wave to someone and say, I'm going to sit in my car and do whatever it is you're going to do. But at a gas station, I mean, that is something where
it's inappropriate.
Yeah. I mean, you get your gas and you move your car. And if you have to go in and do other things, you should move your car. I mean, there's people at the gas station sometimes I feel who just pull up and then they don't even actually pump any gas. They just park it there. So I don't understand why people do that.
You know, and every time 9 times out of 10, the people that do this bullshit, it's the same type of people that have like stick figures of their family on the back of their car.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And nothing infuriates me more than a stick figure family on the back of a vehicle.
Oh my God.
And what's even worse is when you get fucking nerds and they'll do it in like a Star Wars theme. It's who the fuck cares?
Maybe.
Who woke up one day and is like, you know what? I would like to announce to the world how many members are in my family and our pets, and we're going to get stick figures and we're going to put that on the back of our vehicle.
And
It is one of my biggest pet peeves. If someone asks me what is my biggest pet peeve, I think it's stick figures on the back of vehicles.
Or live, laugh, love on people's walls in their home. But the other thing you should do, we have that big bullhorn that sometimes when people stay at our house, we break it out to wake them up in the morning. You should bring that bullhorn out with you. And when you get to there, like rip out that bullhorn and be like, hey, baby, get out of the way. Get out of the way. They can get out of the way.
Well, my actually, when I was in high school, my truck, I had a PA system installed into
See,
it.
there you go.
And it had a giant...
No, bitch, get out the way.
I don't even know.
Get out the way,
but
bitch.
there was like a big mic or a big speaker underneath of it, and then there was like the thing like truckers use, and you
Like
could
the
like
10-4.
yeah, like niner, and I could like scream at people.
That's fun, like a CB radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you should just come up with some good, like, I mean, even make it fun, you know?
No, I don't want to have fun with it. I want them to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, but it'll bring joy to your life. Like, it may piss them off. But
It's crazy to some of these people, and then they're like again, why can't they just get on their phone and just start texting like a normal person?
while they drive.
Yes.
Well, because there's a whole nother story there.
Well, it's like, what the fuck are they doing? Sitting over there giving each other roadhead? I don't know. Is roadhead even a thing?
I don't know.
Like, I think
I think we all know that it's a thing.
okay, but like with the way the cars are built now, who the fuck could give roadhead and like get over like all the things?
I agree. There's a lot going on in the car. It would take a lot of effort.
You need one of those like trucks, like the old trucks where there's
Nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I could see it and understand. But now, like if I were to have to give roadhead to someone, I'd have to go to the chiropractor.
Well,
that.
now though, like think about Teslas and stuff. It's pretty open.
And they drive themselves.
There you go.
I guess that'd be the safest way to do it.
Roadhead feature.
But honestly, does anyone do? God, giving head is actually the worst. I feel like TMJ. It's like, oh, fuck, are you close? But don't you agree that people's self-awareness is just fucked?
I mean, I think so. I think awareness in general is a little off. And like maybe that has to do with phones and the way that the world is existing right now. But what are we doing today on this podcast, Mr. Benjamin?
Well, speaking of texting and driving and being on my phone all the time, I have been sent this video so many times. I think I've showed it to you.
Yep.
The sassy wedding planner.
Amazing.
It's fucking hilarious. I mean, I don't want to plan weddings or events, but if I did, he's my spirit animal. He like just basically tells everyone to go fuck off and runs his own show. And he's hilarious.
Very aware. A lot of awareness.
See, and I appreciate that.
A
I
lot
love someone who's fucking aware. And you know what? He's here with us today. So
I love that. Bring that authenticity. You know what you're going to get with him. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, he's hilarious. All right, let's bring him on. Everyone, here we go. Okay, everyone. So our next guest, if you own a phone, if you've been on social media, you've probably seen some of his videos. If you're watching anything that has to do with weddings or events, you've seen this guy who fucking cracks me up. I had multiple people send me his videos, and I immediately was like, who the fuck is this? We have to be friends. This is he's like my spirit animal. So, Carlo, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to It's Been a Week. So tell me, I know your week's been crazy because we've been trying to nail this down. So how has your week been?
Week's been kind of busy. Been working all day, every day. My assistant's got me going to meetings and appointments, and I'm trying to gear up for the 2025 season. So it's a little chaotic. We've got a lot going on.
Okay. So you do weddings. What other types of events do you do?
Weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, any sort of house parties, private parties, anything that entails.
So really it can be anything. It can be small scale to huge scale.
Small scale, it can be massive scaled. It could be in your backyard. It could be at a restaurant. Depends on.
And you'll do every detail down to like, I mean,
the color to the font on the paper to the color of the font to sometimes even picking out the hostess outfit.
I mean, that has to be stressful.
It is stressful a little bit, but I work best under pressure and under stress, and I'm also Italian, so I'm used to being in a stressful upbringing and being yelled at every, like, I don't know, 3 minutes for doing something stupid.
So is that where you got your skill for yelling at people?
Yep. Absolutely. I also just don't like being told what to do. So for me, it's like, yeah, I've been fired from probably every single one of my jobs.
Yeah, I've always told people, I'm like, I'm unemployable. Like, I have to do I have to do my own thing because I don't know who I struggle with authority, and I struggle with people telling me what to do.
Me too. I like telling people what to do. And that's what
And you seem to be good at it.
I seem to have a knack for telling people what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And they kind of like the abuse. And it's not even like abuse, like they go home and cry. But if they go home and cry, that's a them problem.
That's on them. I've actually, for this podcast I made, because I heard in your videos, I'm like, tequila, soda, pineapple.
Yeah,
which is not my...
So.
Oh, shit. Well, this really, normally on this podcast, and actually in general, I just drink vodka martinis. So I'm going out of my box for you to drink you this. And it's pretty good.
You like 2 limes.
I will say, I mean, I'm not much of a tequila drinker. It's pretty good, though.
It's good. They're creepers, though.
They'll sneak up. But by the end of this podcast, I'm going to be wasted.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
So for everyone that doesn't know exactly what we're talking about, I'm going to play a quick audio for you guys just so you can get a little idea of who we're dealing with and how fucking hilarious this guy is. So here we go. I want everyone just to listen.
The fucking shot. You wanted a goddamn shot. Drink it. This is yours. Just go quickly. Mom, move out of the way. Where would you like me to stick the rod, Alicia? More sense. It's a fucking shit show here.
I gotta pee.
You're not fucking peeing right now. I don't give a fuck. Put the other one at the head table. And guys. Oh, hello, topless man. I need you to do me the biggest favor. You can't say no. I need a tequila soda pineapple. She acts like there's no fucking alcohol in the building. Okay, because we have to do the first look. Don't turn around! Get all of her shit, everything in that room, and bring it in this fucking room. Guys, shh. You're a fucking liar. You didn't do it. Go take your seat. What? Fuck you.
Well, no, fuck you.
Fuck you. Someone has to clean these fucking seats because they're soaked. Everything off that fucking bus. Let's go. You want saggy tits? Why are your tits saggy? We got shit we gotta do. How is she not fucking dressed?
That's amazing. When you're having these moments, like, how is this all getting captured? Are your assistants just like, oh, here he goes, and they start filming you?
So I have my social media team who is incredible. Samantha, who's kind of started all this, forcefully made me do this because I didn't want to do it. And then I kind of hired what I like to call stalkers. Okay. So basically, at the event, there's obviously photographers and videographers, and I know that my personal BTS team can't be in their way. So they're basically just shooting me all day long. They're hiding behind walls. They're standing behind the photographers, and they're literally just capturing whatever it is that they can capture. Like, I've seen their phones, and there's probably like 200 clips.
They really have like a ton of material, and they're just finding the best moments and making these reels.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, the one that we just played, that has over 10 million views. And that's just on Facebook. I mean, I know it's on TikTok, it's on other places. So there's way more than 10 million views. But like, literally, that is a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, which is kind of freaky.
Yeah. What point were you like, holy shit, like, I'm going viral? Like, because there had to be a moment where it was like, whoa.
When my team started, like, blowing up my WhatsApp saying, oh my God, look at the views. Oh my God, look at the views. And I'm like, guys, like, I don't care. And then they showed me it, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm still, to this day, I'm still confused as to why people like the abuse. I guess they love it. But
well, I think it's like you said, it's not like you're actually sending people home to cry. No. Which if they do, that's on them. But like your humor and your delivery, it's very Italian. It's very direct, but it's just fucking funny. It's like, no, Sally, you're not fucking peeing right now. We just zipped you up in this shit.
Yeah. And that's basically, I had lunch with that bride last week, Maya, and she was like, absolutely. I said I had to pee. She wouldn't let me pee because we had to do the first look. She actually peed the whole day. But that's on her. That's not on me.
Right. And I feel like as a bride, you should know, like, once you're getting in that fucking outfit, like, no more drinks. Like,
once we got something to do, like, shut up. Like, let's go. Like, I got shit to get done. And I tell all my clients, as soon as my voice goes up like 2 octaves, you know it's getting real. But if I'm like just very calm still, then we're on good playing fields. But the moment my voice like tune changes, everyone just fucking hit the deck.
Or do what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Basically, yeah.
So since this is like, this is happening, is everyone reaching out to you like that wants you to plan their weddings and their events?
That and like,
Well, you need a show. No, this has to be, I can totally see this on Bravo, on E, on something. Like, this is a show. That one bitch can do her salon takeover. You can be like, I'm the event takeover.
yeah,
If people are like flooding your DMs, like, how do you sort through who's like a yes client, a no client? Because like, obviously you can't do everyone.
I have to have a conversation with them. If I don't vibe with them on the phone, then it's a quick, hard no. I don't really care. My assistant, Vanessa, she knows how to filter them. And she's like, yeah, this is not going to happen. I'm not even going to reply to them, or I'm just going to tell them we're booked up. And it's not, probably shouldn't say that, but I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't feel it. I'm not doing it. I've fired clients in the past. I'll do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you'd have to. If someone's doing an event like a wedding or something, like how far in advance do they need to reach out to you?
The quickest I've done a full wedding was 30 days.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. That had to, I mean, I can't even imagine the stress that had to be.
Yeah, it was like 30 days. I had a very lovely lesbian couple, Steph and Joanna. She DM'd me, and then apparently Joanna was on the toilet while Steph was in the shower getting ready in the morning, and they saw my TikTok and basically sent me a DM and said, we need you to plan my wedding. And I thought, okay, fine, give me a call. We'll schedule a meeting, blah, blah, blah. And then she says, oh, October 28th. It was last year. I said, oh, of 2025. She's like, no. She said, this October. And it was only like September 17th.
And you pulled it off?
And I'm like, you're like 40 days? She's like, yeah, 40 days. I'm like, okay, let's go. As we're talking, I was already finding vendors like on my phone. I found an efficient, found a florist, like found furniture. And she's like, you don't even have a deposit yet. And I said, well, this is my deposit. This is my payment. And I literally got the e-transfer into my bank account. And I was like, okay, done. Let's go.
Here we go. Holy shit. That's crazy.
That's the quickest I've ever done it.
So a normal client, like how what 6 months, a year?
8 months out.
Yeah.
At least 6 to 8 months out, I asked for it.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense. These guys were a little fucked up, but I love them with all my heart. Like, they're like my two human beings.
So, the elephant in the room, fucking Rihanna has followed you on Instagram.
Yeah, throw up.
What do you do when you look down at your phone and it's like, bad girl Riri has followed me?
I literally was having dinner with my parents in a restaurant in the small town that we live in. There was probably, I don't know, 15 people in the restaurant, and I literally started screaming in the restaurant. Trish was like, are you okay? I'm like, no, like, I'm going to throw up everywhere. And it was the middle of a snowstorm too. I ran outside and called my social media girl and just started screaming.
She only follows like 1,600 people.
I know.
She doesn't follow like everyone.
I know. And then I sent her a DM saying, I'm going to throw up. I can't even have dinner with my family, like my parents.
Did she respond?
I'm about to pass out. And she responded to me, and I made it even worse.
What did she say?
If I'm not mistaken, she goes, oh my God, you're fucking funny as fuck. Please finish having dinner with your parents because that is rude. And then she ... then again, it is you. So she called me rude. So I'm like, I could literally die and I'm good to go.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Literally, you slid into Rihanna's DMs and she's like responding to you and calls you rude.
Yes.
I would die.
Yeah, I know. I didn't sleep all night long.
And does she like watch your stories and everything?
To be honest, I don't even want to like,
look.
I don't even want to look. Like, I'm just, and then like Sai from The Real Housewives followed me, and again, I slid into her DM. She messaged me back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like Miss America followed. Like, I'm so confused as to what the hell is going on.
What if Rihanna was like, "Hey, I want you to plan my wedding"? Like, what would you pitch to her?
I don't know. I'd probably have to, like, I don't know, smoke a joint or something and try to figure this out, because there'd be nothing that comes into my brain at that very point in my life. It's Rihanna. Who touches Rihanna? I don't know.
I wouldn't know where you'd even start with that.
I wouldn't even know where to start either. Like, I literally, well, no idea.
Have you had any like crazy people reaching out that you're like they're becoming like fans? Like any crazy fan interactions?
Yeah. It's getting like weird. I also work at like a bridal salon during the week, selling wedding dresses. And I'm getting like people who are like, "Oh my God, you're Carlo. You're the guy on TikTok. I heard the voice. Can I touch you?" I'm like, "Fucking touch me." I'm like, "Who the fuck are you touching?" No. I just want to touch you. So I like stuck my arm out and I said, "Okay, like you can touch my arm." Like, I'm like, "You guys are fucking weird. Like, what is wrong with you people?" Like, I've had people at the gas station, like pumping gas, and then all of a sudden, like, this girl is like right in front of my face, and I can hear the mom saying, "Leave him alone, leave him alone."
I mean, you've had multiple videos now go viral, but it takes one like video to go big, and it's like
It's not what I expected. It's not what I wanted. Like, it's not that I didn't want it, but it's not what was in my brain. I never thought of this. She posted it a year ago, and then the second video on TikTok, I think I got like 3.2 million likes or whatever the hell it was. And then it just spiraled after that.
what's worse, nightmare bride or a nightmare mother of the bride?
Nightmare grooms.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the grooms are getting more fucked up.
Straight grooms?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like how so?
They're my brides, and my brides are my grooms. They're the ones that are like, "Oh, I don't care. Whatever he wants, let him do it." And they're like the wallet strings where my grooms just like, buy and get and rent and do this and go above and beyond. And I'm like, okay, all right, this is different.
So the grooms are the worst. The grooms are the motherfuckers.
The grooms are the worst.
Okay.
They're becoming the worst. I have
Right.
some who are amazing, but a lot of my cousins are really good.
So it's really it's groomzillas.
They're groomzillas. They're coming in like hot.
See, I thought it was going to be the mother of the bride.
No, I can handle those. I can handle those women. They're nothing.
I went to a wedding. This mother of the bride was such a bitch, like miserable human. And I finally went up to her and I go, "You're a bitch." And I go, "This is why no one likes you." And she looked at me and I go, "No, I'm being serious." I go, "No one likes you here because you're an angry person." I go,
Yeah.
"So if you quit being such a cunt, you'd probably have more fun." And she
Right.
looked at me and she goes, "You're right." And I
Yeah.
go, "I know I'm right. So I'm telling you. Quit being a
Right.
fucking bitch." I ended up dancing with her for the rest of the night. She had a
Right.
grand old time.
That's what they need. They need that. They need to hear that. And I've told tons, like, listen, like, it's not about you. Like, fuck off, sit here, don't move. Like, and again, we're at the bar, we're drinking, we're having a good time, and they don't care.
I feel like you're very quick-witted, though. So, like, I feel like someone could come at you and you're going to come back at them quicker than they can even blink.
Very easily. Yeah, it's like a defense mechanism in some way, but I'm very quick-witted.
Yeah, because you got to think in quick situations. But you're also saying, like, fuck you with a smile on your face.
Right. And that's basically what it is. I have to tell them to go fuck themselves with a smile on my face and then meet them at the bar later for a drink or go outside for a cigarette with them.
And then everything heals over a cigarette out in the cold.
80-something-year-old grandmother to get the fuck out of my way during family photos. And the groom's like, "Did you just say that to my nonna?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because she's in my fucking way."
Yeah, Nana needs to move.
Right. But then the whole night we were at the bar drinking.
Well, see, she got over it. If you could ban one, like, wedding trend that you fucking hate, what would it be?
Bridal parties.
I just went to a wedding. There was no bridal party. It was amazing.
And wedding speeches.
Oh, speeches.
Hate those things. They're the worst.
Get one. We need one speech. Maybe it's like the father.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the
By the bride and groom. That's it.
yeah, and be done.
And that's it. And it's that for those of you who don't know me.
I don't need to know you. If I don't know you, I don't need to start.
We know who you are, you idiot. We don't need to fucking say, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the best man, John. Yeah, because we were just told who the fuck you are.
And we just watched you in the whole fucking wedding standing up there next to the groom. We get it.
Yeah.
You don't need a
Those.
sash that says fucking groom or fucking best man.
Or like a neon sign behind them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those speeches.
I went to a wedding, and they got the pictures back because the speeches were fucking an hour and a half long, and I'm asleep at the table. Like, not my head. Like, I'm sitting up, and they just kept fucking going.
Yeah, I had a
And,
groom talk for 45 minutes. And I'm like, I can't. So I texted the photographers. I'm like, is he still fucking talking? She's like, yeah, he's thanking everybody at the wedding. I'm like, no, not interested.
Okay, what is one thing to you that for the wedding immediately screams trashy?
Trashy?
Yeah, or like absolutely not. Like, what's one thing that people are doing that you're just like, trash?
Dance floors with monograms.
Like with their logo on it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you get a lot of people that have like low budgets but have these giant expectations?
All the time.
That's like what everyone has.
That's everyone has. They look at these magazines and they look at all of these Pinterest things, and I'm like, guys, this is not reality. Like, you can't afford 2 pennies to rub together, and you want this monsoon of an event. You want things hanging from your fucking ceiling? No,
Right.
I'm your little bit of dose. I'm the dose of reality here.
Who's more fun to work with, straight couples or gay couples?
Straight couples.
Are the gay? I feel like gay guys would be way more high maintenance. Well, not the lesbians, but the gay guys are probably way more high maintenance.
Yeah, like it just makes it. And I'm not like your typical gay. Like, I guess I'm like a chameleon gay, where like I'll go and I'll talk with the girls and I'll be like girly and talk about shoes and clothes and dick and all that shit. But then when I'm with the guys, I'll watch a sports game with the guys and have a beer and be a dude.
Okay, here's just a few quick rapid fire questions. Just answer whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
DJ or live band?
DJ.
If you could plan any celebrity wedding, who would it be?
Rihanna.
Obviously. Let's put that out in the. Is she married to A$AP Rocky? I don't think they're married.
No.
Okay, so let's manifest that to happen.
We'll manifest that.
Worst wedding song that needs to be banned immediately.
Worst wedding song. Oh my God. Oh, the one from Rascal Flatts.
Oh, God Bless the Broken Road.
Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible. Anything
or-
from Rascal Flatts.
Anything from Rascal Flatts. Copy that. What is the biggest red flag in a couple that makes you think, oh, they're not going to last?
When the groom hits on me.
You get that? That's probably a pretty big red flag. Okay, how does someone get you to plan their wedding?
They'll send me a DM or they'll send us an email.
What is the most expensive thing that couples waste money on?
Cakes. Fucking hate them.
Yeah. And what is one thing people should never DIY for their wedding?
They're centerpieces.
Yeah, because a lot of people fucking do.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. It's horrible. Horrible.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. That I've been to some weddings where it's like, holy shit, what were they thinking?
I know. That's why my family doesn't invite me to their weddings. I'll judge every single thing about it. The Botox is not. It doesn't work when it comes to family. Like, it's written all over my face.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a week. I think you're going to get your own show. I think you're gonna do Rihanna's wedding, and I think this is just gonna keep blowing up.
Well, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens.
All right, everyone. I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you for listening to that episode of It's Been a Week, but don't touch that dial because it's not over yet. Get ready for the after show. Been there, done that with AJ, where we're going to get AJ's take on whatever the fuck I just said. And here we are with Been There, Done That. Welcome, AJ.
Wow, I got to be on twice this week.
You've somehow weaseled yourself into basically the
please.
whole fucking episode.
Please, weaseling myself. And Carlo was amazing.
He's great, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. I mean, this month is 5 years that we've been engaged. Maybe it's time that we actually figure out this wedding thing and we call up Carlo or get in his DMs. Like he said, hey, Carlo.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's going to plan it, I feel like he'd be great at planning the wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I love his energy. I love his vibe. I think we'd have a blast.
But then we'd have 3 bitchy fucking people going at each other.
Or at least 2.
Who's the second?
Hello.
I don't know. I think we're like going to be like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell and just be engaged forever.
I mean, it is what it is. As long as the idea of whatever marriage gives for everyone is the same that we're investing ourselves in, then who cares about a piece of paper? Although there are legality reasons and things that are coming up with our government that may be challenged and all that stuff. So there is importance around being married, because if something were to happen to one of us, we want to make sure the other could be there. So I don't know. There's things that we need to consider.
How about that Super Bowl?
How about it? Great transition. It was kind of great. Too bad that you were working and you didn't get to really watch it. You had to watch the reclip.
Yeah, I didn't really get to, I don't really give a fuck about football. I don't understand watching people chase the ball around. What's funny about that is I actually did a commercial with Dak Prescott, who's a football player.
Yeah.
And I remember we were on set. It was for Albertsons and Tom Thumb. And I walked up to him and I was like, "Oh, you're the guy that plays for the Texas Cowboys." And he looked at me and he goes, "Dallas Cowboys."
I think I recall telling you before you went to that to just not talk to him because you knew you were going to screw something up.
Well, I was like, "Yeah, Texas Cowboys." And he goes, "Dallas Cowboys." And then I said, "Well, isn't Dallas in Texas?" I don't think he thought I was that funny, but I was like, I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
I mean, I watched it obviously for the performances, so they were good.
See, I didn't even watch the halftime show yet, but it's so funny. I get on Facebook and I feel like every year, it doesn't matter who performs, everyone gets on their worst performance ever, worst Super Bowl performance. It's awful. Well, blah, blah, blah. It's like everyone just loves to fucking bitch.
Don't they, Ben? Does that include you?
Well, yeah.
Okay, then let's talk about some self-awareness right there.
Oh, speaking of self-awareness, I had another encounter, and I was thinking about this last night. So after I worked, I did my pop-up all day. The makeup artist and I, we went to dinner, and we were sitting there. It was like not a fancy restaurant, but not a not fancy restaurant. It was like a middle of the line, we'll call it, restaurant. But it was nice.
Casual dining.
But it was like mood lighting, really good food. Like it was good. We're sitting there. It's pretty quiet. This guy was so fucking loud. And I mean screaming his jokes, which were not funny, belly laughing, like downing all of his food. I mean, literally, the dude needed a fucking bib. He had like spilled barbecue sauce all down his shirt. I mean, this man was filthy. I was like, can you just shut up?
Sounds like it was a great time.
I mean, it was. If he would have just fucking shut up. It just, again, the lack of self-awareness.
Speaking of people causing scenes, it's been a week if you have finally been introduced, like myself, to the American in Pakistan.
This is fucking wild.
It's amazing. Apparently, it's been around for a few months. It's been, trending or becoming viral on TikTok or something, but obviously since I mostly on Instagram, it takes a while for stuff to get there. But now she's actually going viral, and there's all these articles on her. This woman that I guess catfished some younger gentleman in Pakistan and then went there to go marry him. If you're not familiar, you just need to go online and look up American in Pakistan and watch some of the videos. It's incredible. She overtook the country. She has press conferences. She tells everyone she's going to rebuild Pakistan, and all she needs is $100K, but she needs $20K by the end of the week in order to start the improvement.
I mean, she thinks that the government's just going to hand her money.
I know. Well, I believe at one point, maybe I don't know, she thought she was pregnant or something, and the family of this young kid left, and it's a whole scene. But now that people are catching on, if you read some of the articles, I believe she's either back or coming back to the U.S., and maybe there's a lot of backstory. So this could be the next Tiger King if they did it right. I mean,
but is this lady lacking self-awareness, or is she just fucking delusional?
I don't know. Maybe I think one of her children said there may be some mental, disability or something that she's dealing with. Well, who knows? But
she's gone to the Middle East and is like, I am your new queen.
I know. But here's the reality. If that's true, then that's sad. And hopefully they can help her. But it sounds like maybe it goes deeper and there's been some criminal things in the past. I'm not really sure. But you know what I am sure? You got Carlo for his first interview ever. Maybe you can get the American in Pakistan for her first interview ever. How fun would that be?
I mean, I'm not going to Pakistan to do it.
Well, she's coming back. And frankly, you could do an interview with anyone around the world.
But yeah, okay. I mean, you got to give her some credit. But if she does have mental illness or Like, who's in charge of her?
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot to be figured out. But in the meantime, the videos, they're quite humorous. I mean,
Maybe she needs Jamie Spears to take over.
Oh, God, that really worked out. So with that being said, it sure has been a week with all of these fabulous things. I'm so thankful that you brought me on the podcast and now taking over as we outro this wonderful week. It has been a week. And Ben, what do you want to tell people?
That I want to mute your fucking mic because you don't shut the fuck up either. This is my podcast. Goodbye, everyone. I will see you next Tuesday. What is up, everyone? I have a question for you. Have you ever done something so wild, so hilarious, or so ridiculous that your friends are still talking about it? Do you have a story that happened to you this week that are going to leave jaws on the floor? Well, here's your chance to tell it on It's Been a Week. Head over to itsbeenaweek.com, scroll down to the bottom, and let me know why you should be the next guest. Bring me the drama, the chaos, and the laughs. I want it all. No story is too crazy, no perspective too bold, and nothing is off limits. So, let's pour a martini, spill the tea, and make a conversation to remember. Submit now, and I cannot wait to talk to you soon.